you home right now.
Hey everybody, welcome to Art of Conquest Night. Art of Conquest Night. Here we are with Art of Conquest. So, lots of things have been happening here on 1237 Vesta server. But tonight what we're going to be focusing on is going to be, where am I at? Boom, boom. It's going to be, we're going to talk about how to be a better team player. So that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. And probably should turn that off. They're seeing everything, just so you know. New house chat. Probably tell them to cool it. So anyway, we're talking about how to be a better team player. So let's get started. So if you've never played the game before, what you first obviously want to do is join a house. So when you join a house, it's like a clan, a guild, or whatever. That's basic stuff, right? We get the idea behind that. This is a team game. It's a team conquest game. You're never going to get far all by yourself. Yeah, you can definitely play the game by yourself, but in order to get all the maximum loot, the maximum everything, you really need to have a good team put together. So, if you're a solo player, there's plenty of other games. This is, like I told you guys probably a year ago when I first started covering this game. This game is like a video game version of the board game Risk. So there's always a lot of stuff going on, a lot of territory grab going on, and it changes hands quite significantly unless you're on one of those servers where the whole entire map is one color, and that's when the game gets pretty boring. So yeah, so let's get into some more team player stuff. So the first thing that you got, I'm going to just do some quests while we're talking about this stuff here. So the next thing you guys want to do is when you finally get into a house, what you can do, if you go to the people icon, you can go to your house and look at the members. You can see who belongs into what city, and then you need to ask your leadership, okay, which city do I need to belong to? And then you need to go look at that city, and here's all the tiles that that city offers. This is an elixir spot. Look. So you'll get 100% more elixir, 100% more gold in that one, and building 10% faster, and so on. So you guys can just click on any of those and figure out where you're going to go. So once you get settled, now is the time to start communicating with your house. So first thing you want to talk about is house rules. You don't want you just charge in and start doing your own thing, because you never know what one house is different from another. So yeah. So Nook, I'm on 1237 Vesta. I'm on 2 different servers, but primarily, at least right now anyways, I'm on 1237 Vesta. Here's all the realms I see. Current realm right there. The old one that you're familiar with is going to be 51 Naldrasil. So there. Oh, we're in peacetime, yay. So this is the one where I originally started out on, and I'm 838k there. So on this server, if we go, the Emperor has already been decided, and it's green. So green, and the big reason, guys, why I stopped playing this server is if you go to here, look at this, insanity. The top guy on the server, he's the top 2 guys, so he really has 12 million power, or 13.1 million power if you add the top 2. And then the next guy is 2.4 million power, so that just does not make it fun. And that's all I got to say about that. So alright, back to how to be a team player on 1237 Vesta. That's where we're currently playing right now. And yeah, it's going to be green forever, so let's see, troops turn. Thank you. So, like I said, you guys need to talk about your house rules, because the #1 house rule is you get into a city, and the first thing they're probably going to ask you to do is defend somebody. You can tell someone's being defended by that green arrow. So I can click on somebody and like, oh, he's not defending anybody. Oh, he's defending me. And he's not defending anybody. And he's not defending anybody. So, oh, and he's not defending anybody. Oh, yep. Still, oh, that's a guard tower, so we can let that one slide. But that's the #1 pet peeve about getting into a city with someone that's in an established house, guys, is your first thing, just it doesn't matter initially who it is. Just pick someone and hit and click this defend button. That's all you got to do. And if they want you to change later, they can let you know. But it's always good to have someone being defended, because you can see in this city anyway, there's a lot of strongholds that are on fire, and the majority of the ones that are on fire are not defended. Look, 9 troops is all that's defending that one. And this one, 17 troops all defending that one. This one here, 23 troops is all that is defending that one. That one's barely defended by me, and then that one's at 0. So one good player could essentially come in here and go and take out 4 of those guys really fast. So that's why it's so important that you get in here and you do some defense, because that is the #1 pet peeve you're going to see in a house. So bye, Masharo. Good to see you, man. Sorry you couldn't stick around. Nook. How are you doing, man? Nook is actually on this server. Let's take a look and see where Nook is. Let me remember. He is... Oh, yes, I remember now. He is right here. Let me get out here. Members. He is in here, way at the bottom. Where is he at? Let's find him. I know I saw him in here. Nook, he's like 17k power, I think. Somewhere. But he is, yeah, you are on the server. I remember seeing you. I probably already passed you, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I must have. Let's go back. I thought he was 17k power, but he's not there. Let's go slower this time. There's Panda, King of the Love. Did you just move to a city and now you're just... I'm wasting my time. Because I know you were in here yesterday. I know he was in here. Unless he changed his name. Unless... What's... Is that... Nook, is your name original, or is it from something where someone else might have had the same name by accident? Oh well. I'm going to keep looking at it. So, hey, iRule, welcome to the Stinkpot Shack Show here. Good to have you here. So, yeah, we're just trying, what we're talking about tonight is how to be a team player. Good old life coach lesson here tonight. How to be a better team player. I could have sworn you were in here, though, Nook. I don't know. I bet I was looking at all, and you're in all. Let me go. Probably have to scroll forever on this one. And I just killed the game. Did I? Or did I just... Yeah, I don't know what happened. Well, I'm not going to click through all that. But anywho, we'll just find Nook some other time. So, we've talked about defending troops, guys. We've talked about having everything on the wall. And I said I was going to do these quests, but then I forgot I was doing quests. So, let's get back to questing. And then after that, you also want to just always communicate with your house members. Communicate with your leaders. Say, hey, every time you come on, say hi, even though you may not like talking much, just at least say hi. Because one thing that leaders are going to do is they are going to come to this member list, and they're going to look and see how many energy potions you've used. So if you're like all these people down here in the capital, You'll see, look, 16 days ago, that guy was online. 6 days ago, 22 days ago, and on and on and on. So they can tell how inactive you are just by looking at these logs here. So, you know, yeah, not too much to talk about there. So if that's probably why those people are in the capital, is because you don't want to get too inactive, because the really active houses, they will just kick you within a week if you're not saying hi, you're not checking in, you're not doing little stuff like that. So yeah, that's what we're talking about here tonight. Let me get this quest out of the way. I already sent it on its merry way. And then just a little side note, when you're doing these quests, guys, it's always a good idea to do them with as little heroes as possible. I'm slowly increasing my energy potions. I think last week on the show I was at like 40. Now I'm up to 107. Been doing quite a bit of sieging and other things, but it's slowly but surely going up. So good to have that going up. And just wait for this slowly to get there. I can't do anything about it. That's me trolling Sugar Mama's chat. I just watch. I don't participate. Alright, so let's see here. We're going to a fight. I didn't want to do that. Retry. I said you want to take as few troops as possible. So there's my one hero set up here, just a tank and spiders. And I don't know why that chat's doing it. It wasn't doing that last week, but now it's like, hey, I'm going to show all these chats. So guys, what we're talking about is how to be a better team player. So we've talked about joining a city, getting involved, defending someone as soon as you get into a city, and then of course you always want to keep communicating with them and whatnot. So another thing I did not realize until last week is I've been trying to power level Avalon, and I am Stronghold 21, I do believe. This is an iPhone X thing. I can never see my my main building there. This right above that NQ, those three little dot buttons, that's the only thing I can do to click it, and I always miss it. And I'm like, I need to click. There we go. We finally got it. So yeah, level 21, that's where I'm at. So that's the annoying thing. Now, whenever that does upgrade, then it does show me the full thing for just a little bit until I log into the game again. And then it goes back to that annoying, hey, you got to just know where to you know, you can't see it, but I'm tapping all over the screen just to get into there. So, yeah. So, playing a little hard to get right there. So, I got to put that guy, get him in uninjured. And so, yeah. I don't even know what I was talking about now. So, oh yeah, I was power leveling Avalon, and I'm level 21. But look, I power leveled him so much that I cannot get any more XP, and I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Let's go to another quest. Let me see. Oh, let's go right here. I can show you right here. Nope, that's too. I don't want to do that. Kind of all over the place, guys. If you guys have any questions about the game, feel free to throw them out there, because I'm here to help you guys be a better team player as well. So just let me know if you have any questions. But I will not answer any drama-related questions, as I don't want to give out too many secrets about this server. Hint, hint, hint. We're going red, Red Kingdom tonight. So everybody get ready to move to the Red Kingdom. So, let me get to this next quest. There it is. So, this time I'm going to use Avalon. And let me use my 2 hero setup and swap out Avalon instead this time. And here is what I am talking about when I'm going to use my Blizzard. Just knock these guys out. Yeah, you're definitely in a different house, Nook. I promise you that. Hey, Derp Dude, how's it going, man? Welcome to the channel. Hey, Derp, do you play this game? So, guys, Avon, this is what I'm talking about. Look, 0 XP. He is maxed out, and he will stay maxed out until I get to a Stronghold level 22. So, I wish I knew this earlier, and I wouldn't have blown all my XP cards on Avalon, but there it is. So now what I'm doing is I'm saving up my current XP cards, because I'm probably about 600 adamantium from getting Gan. So Gan will be the next hero I unlock. And I'm also keeping an eye out here. This just started today, so Valari will be the next hero chest tomorrow. But what I'm really waiting for is Rose to pop up in here, because I'm a lich. So having the Spider Queen is really going to be helpful for me. So I'm saving up all my Lenari. Now I'm up to 6,000 Lenari. And I'm going to need about 8,000 to 9,000 to really guarantee I get the hero out of that hero chest. So, hey Telugu, there's my power 315. And that's on this server. On the other server, I'm 800 something. So there we go. So I'm 838 on that server, and then this is a brand new server. This server that I'm showing you right now is only about 2 months old. So in 2 months I'm up to 315, and I'm number 12 in our kingdom. So I've been steadily rising the ranks there. So Telugu, welcome to the channel. Good to have you here. What's your power, man? How long you been playing the game? We've been playing the game ever since it came out, so yeah. I'm actually on like 4 different servers, but I regularly only play 1 or 2, so that's the story behind me. And when things get too intense, I just hop on a different server just so I can keep showing you guys stuff, so no biggie. Alright, so let's hop on to the next quest, and let's talk a little bit about being a better team player in regards to titles, governor, duke, rank, royal council, whatever you want to call it. So if you're in a kingdom, a good question to ask is, how do I get on the royal council? How can I become governor? Because when you start the game, you go to your rank, you can get all the way to marquee without talking to anybody. You can do that all on your own. But in order to get duke, you have to be a governor of a city, and in order to be a prince, you have to be governor of a large or a giant or a big city. And then in order to be king, you gotta be voted in by the kingdom. So all the what is it, the lords? Yeah, is it lords or governors? I can't remember. So basically, they all vote on who the king is going to be. And you go to kingdom, you go to king, and you can see who's voting for everybody there. So that's how that happens. And so let's get back to where we were. We were in rank, weren't we? So here's the rank. So like I said, you can get all the way to marquee by yourself. After that, that's when you need to start seriously consider joining a house and getting more involved in being a better team player. But like I said, the reason why I said, hey, how do you become a royal council? How do you become a governor? Is because if the answer is, we just give them to our buddies, or, you know, it's really, we just see how you go, blah, blah, blah. If there's not a real answer to that question, then you might want to start looking for ways on how you can become a part of a different organization, because all these titles come along with different perks. If we can look at Duke here, they get this new troop, Giant Sphinx, and they also get bronze plus 100. And that's why those city spots are also important. You can come in here and you can see these wood slots, these elixir slots. So if you're not a duke or governor, these little slots here is really all you can look forward to. So you can see that there's major advantages to having different ranks. And then one step further from that, when you go to Kingdom, the king will also have in this Advisors tab a set of advisors that he appoints all by himself. And then once those ministers are determined, they can in turn assign all these people here. So, you know, there's quite a bit people here. So there's quite a few people that can be on this Royal Council, so to speak, and you also get access to a Royal Council chat, blah, 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 on and on we go. So in each one of those as well carries their own special perk. So this Inquisitor here gets 100 bronze and then 10% faster healing, and they also get a chest and 100 Lenari for every term that they're in that position. And then after the term is over, the vote goes forth, and if you're lucky, the same king will get appointed, and then, you know, it starts all over again. So that's why it's important to ask those questions when you become part of an organization, because if there's no chance of you ever having the opportunity to get into any of those ranks and as a high power player, then that organization is not really looking out for you. So just keep that in mind. This is a team-oriented game. So if the leaders at the top are not being team players, if they're just being selfish, being greedy, what have you, whatever adjective you want to describe, you might want to find a different organization, because this game should be about team play and working together. But, you know, a lot of people just like it for the bragging rights. So you just gotta, you know, then that's going to happen with any online game. You're going to have your good people and your bad people and your casual people. And, I mean, there's all kinds of different reasons that people decide to play these types of games. So you want to keep all that in mind as you go through it. So I think I talked quite a bit on that. Is there any questions going forward? Any bad stories you guys want to share that's happened on your particular server? So we're just going to try and get to the next quest. Let me see. Should be a way if I can turn that off. I don't think there is. Realms, profile. Off. There we go. That'll probably do it. Let's see if that worked. Probably not. Let me reload the game just for good measure, see if that triggers it. And there's Clash Royale right there. Reload. Alright, guys. So, the next thing you want to talk about is regards to being a team player. There's Dice. Hey, Dice. How's it going, man? You do not want to get into a house and just start sieging the enemy. You want to talk. This goes hand in hand with the house rules. You are Nook. You're in my house. Let's see. I forgot what I'm doing. Oh, there he is. Nook swore fealty to the house. So you can go to I don't know what's going to happen, Nook, but this is where Peaches is right here. This town here. If you want to go there. Oh wait, yeah, wrong house. You have to join Peachtree if you want to be in her city. Otherwise, you can come to my city of Brightworth. So yeah, man, I turned it off, but it's still. Oh well. That silly thing doesn't work at all. House and private chat is off, but it's still talking. I don't know how else to do it. So, dang, Peaches, you're being bossy tonight. Jeez. So you're in Sunglade, Nook. See, these are level 7, so I'm going to have to bring out everybody for this level 7. Because they're the same level as me. Let's spray and pray with Jacques. Get him into superpower mode here. He's just laying down. And another thing you guys can do, I don't know, this is something you guys may or may not know, and I'll show you after the battle here, because this is very important if you want to get better at battles, better at PvP or whatever. Before you hit this OK button, you hit this little graph button, and it shows you who is doing the most damage of all your units. So that's how you can strategize the placement of those troops. Look at Jacques was my highest. He did 46k all by himself. He was the highest damage person of my entire army. And you got some of my heroes that barely got a couple hits in. So that's a good way on how you can strategize on placing your army in strategic places. So just a little quick thing there. So yeah, I think I've pretty much covered all the, said 20 minutes, pretty much covered all the points that I wanted to talk about for being a team player. So now we're going to go into a section we haven't really talked about in quite some time. Let me make sure I'm in, let me just go home so I don't have to worry about someone routing me. So like I said, to recap, you want to get in the house, you want to be a good communicator, you want to be a good team player, you know, talk to your house, say, hey, how can I be of help? And then don't expect governor, don't expect to be on the royal council, work your way up. All you need to focus on in the initial weeks of being in a house is getting better. And last week we talked about there's a certain rotation you guys can go through on how you can increase your power at a very efficient rate. So if you're interested in any of those videos, look in my Art of Conquest playlist, because I have videos on how to improve your power, how to siege, and I also have crafting videos, but that's what we're going to be talking about now, is some crafting. So you always want to keep an eye on what your heroes are wearing. I kind of made a bad mistake, because now in crafting mode, you can go to transmute, you can hit this batch button, and if you hit any of those, it's going to transmute every item of that quality. And when I did that, I was in the middle of transferring gear from one hero to the other, and I inadvertently got rid of Avalon's Radiant set, which even though it's blues, I really did not want to do that, because I really need that +1 to natural leader, because natural leader gives you a bigger army. But I inadvertently did that, so I used to have 4 out of 5 of natural leader, and now I only have 3 in there, and I can't increase it again until I get to level 35 with Avalon. But since he's maxed on XP, it's going to be quite a bit. So that mistake cost me probably about 2 months of time by not paying attention to what I was batch transmuting. So just keep that in mind. So crafting wise, what the first thing you guys need to do is don't worry about crafting at all. You want to do all the battles you can, because what that's going to do is this special at the bottom, it's called honor. That's what you're going to need for crafting. So you want to make sure you farm some honor before you even consider getting into the crafting mode. Plus, not to mention, when you first start the game, you're not going to have access to hardly anything as far as crafting recipes go. But once you get that all lined out, you can come over here to the Royal Archives, and this is something I've been slowly working on. You want to buy everything in the Royal Archives. So, and it's just, even if you don't plan on using it, the game may change and certain recipes will fade in and fade out of popularity. But look, of the rare quality, I've bought them all. Of the epic quality, I've almost bought them all. Let's see, I'm missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got enough to buy them all now. So we'll go ahead and just finish out our epic and just burn through all this honor here. And now we have all of the epic. So we have every rare recipe now. We have every epic recipe now. and we have 1 legendary recipe now, and 0 divine, because I had 23k honor, and just 1 recipe of divine cost 20k. So the first 2 tiers are pretty relatively easy to acquire, but legend and divine are going to probably take you a year to get all of those recipes, at least I would imagine. So once you have that settled, you come in here and you got to figure out what build you want for what hero. And you're not going to know from playing until you start playing the game what's good for people. So Rufio, he's going to be a character that you need to focus might on. And if you don't know what stats you need to focus on, then you just come in here to their abilities and start clicking on them. And it'll tell you what stats are important. So that skill is might. That skill is might. See what I'm saying? So Rufio is a might guy. Might. Almost all of his skills are going to be might. So keep that in mind as you go into crafting mode here. And we're just going to turn everything on. And you want to make stuff for him that's going to help you with might, obviously. So we'll change this to, let's change it to the epics that we just bought. So a lot of your epics are just going to be stats. They're not going to be focused on might. But you can see that has a might +7. So if you're in a pinch and you need a lot of might, there you go. Katara is a good weapon to have. Solar Stone is one we just got. That's limited to Cleo. So that one's frost ability. So you just have to come through here and just start building your own thing. Also, if you go back and look at my old crafting videos, I have a spreadsheet. Oh, I actually created that one. I didn't mean to do that. But it got me a flawless, so there we have it. So let me see if I can't get this spreadsheet out again. There it is. And there it is. So here is the spreadsheet. Cancel. Get in, open it up. So I created this spreadsheet a long time ago, and I started initially for the dwarf builds. So this is how we can look at it on a high level. Here's all the weapons in the game, and they're color coded by the quality they are. So here's how you can take a quick look and see. This is what I like to do because, you know, I don't have to tap through each one to see what's best. I can see at a glance what I want to, you know, hand pick for each of my heroes. So there's bronze cap +10, injury duration reduced, damage mitigation, on and on and on. And so if you're just starting out, I would focus on these hero energy limit +5 because initially you're not going to have a lot of stamina, so those weapons are going to be good to increase the max cap of the energy your heroes have. So, and then on the end, if they're specific to a hero, I have them listed here. So this one's only for Nor and Jacques, Gafgar, Bane, Rufio, blah blah blah. So it's pretty self-explanatory what each one is for. And I also have it categorized by what piece of item it is. So here's all the bows. And I don't have this a complete list, but you know, it's pretty good at a glance. So yeah, there's my spreadsheet. Back to the game. So that's a good point, Nook. Definitely wait for Jacques to be $9.99 because he's the only hero you have to buy. All the other heroes you can acquire in the game, but that one is the only one you have to buy, so definitely wait for him to be $9.99. Otherwise, you're just wasting your money. And then after you do that, you can look forward to the $99 one, and then sometimes you'll have a $59 one. So yeah, it's so not worth it. Never buy this crap. Look, you get a whole bunch of blue armor for $99. Are you kidding me? Ooh, you get one legendary, the Lionheart helmet, which the Lionheart helmet, in about 2 months of playing on this server, I've already unlocked. So yeah, it just doesn't make sense. Let me get over there to the Lionheart helmet. There it is, Lionheart helmet. Bam, I can just make it. Why spend $100 on this stuff? And I probably should do a video sometime on how to be a cost-effective spender in the shop, because there is so much crap in here that is just a waste of your money, a waste of your time, a waste of your Lenari, what have you, a waste of your gold. So generally speaking, on a daily basis, I've said this many times before, I buy the cheapest gold items that are in the shop, and that's really all I buy. If I get in a pinch, I might buy some, I might buy the rush, but 480 Lenari for only 2 hours of rush is not worth it, because in the void you can get at least 2 hours. Usually on a daily basis you get about 2 hours of that particular rush. So don't waste your money on the Lenari. The Lenari should only be used for maybe these items here, because it's only 200, or when it's heavily discounted like here, you can get 30-minute rush for 50 Lenari. But I tend to save mine, I try to save it exclusively for the hero chest, because if you click into that, it's going to say you will unlock these hero after 30 chests, or whatever the number. The number is going to be different for every person. So that's why I say you need between 6,000, actually you probably need between 7,000 and 9,000 Lenari per hero to guarantee you're going to get it. Because probably about a month ago, I thought 6,000 was enough, and I ended up having to spend a whole bunch of, about $30 of real money just to unlock it, because I spent all my Lenari and still didn't have enough. But it was one I wanted. I think it was that one actually on the other server. So yeah, good to have that. And so crafting, you guys have any questions about crafting, let me know. I'm starting to work my way up into legendary for my heroes. That's not legendary, that's just flawless. But I do have some legendary. No, that's one I acquired. I know I have some legendary. There we go. Lionheart standard. And that's flawless. So yeah, I'm just barely getting into legendary. This guy Jacques, I really need to outfit better, but I just haven't had a whole bunch of time or resources to get that. So most of mine are epics, and this one I keep because Avril, this is a good way to go in my opinion, at least starting out. She can have 2 sets on at the same time, the Cosmic set and the Moon Soul set. So the Moon Soul is good because she will be able to cast spells faster than anybody on the field. Let's go take a look at what that looks like now. So here we go. If I see something sooner, I'll just tag it. And boom, 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 boom. And we didn't get there. So, alright, so these are level 6. I'm going to throw my entire army out this time just to show you what that does for Avril. She's out here. We'll put her in the middle so you guys can see her. So pay attention to the cooldown timers. As soon as I hit fight, they're going to show up at the bottom, and you'll notice that Avril will be the first person to have her abilities ready to be used. So here we go. Here we go. Avril, look, already ready. Look at that. It's already ready, and the other heroes aren't even halfway there. So that's how the Moon Soul set is going to best advantage you when you throw it on Avril. So now I can use Blizzard right off the bat, and we'll do that now. And then also she's going to have it a second time ready again before most people did. So you can get 2 spells off real quick by using the Moon Soul set. And I really don't need to use anything else after that, but we'll just use some free spells here, some arrow volley, just to get the battle over quicker. But that's the kind of stuff you guys need to look for when you start outfitting these heroes. You want to have the advantage, and when you get into Siege and PvP, having that kind of advantage is going to be invaluable, because you can be the same power. You can. I've even proved that, you know, even people significantly lower than you in power can still kick your butt, because they have their heroes geared well. They've done their research, their troop research, not actual research, but So major advantages can be had if you guys start, understanding some of the intricacies, because this game is really in depth as far as stats go. So you really got to pay attention to it, and also got to pay attention to the update notes when they change. So yeah, I could go on that for hours. But so let's go back and talk about some of the other ones. Oh, I want to go here. So that was Avril. So that was the Moon Soul. So the cooldown timer is reduced by 2 seconds. So 2 seconds is a long time, and you guys saw that. And then the Cosmic Scepter, that set, 6-piece set will Blizzard +1, but Blizzard +1's not. You have to kind of weigh, the value of it. So to me, Blizzard +1 is not worth hoarding all 6 item slots. So that's why I reduced it to 3, and I still get excuse me, I still get the +8 magic buff, which for Avril is invaluable because everything she has ability wise is going to say magic increases damage. So if you want to have high damage on Avril, you need to focus on her magic stat. Magic, magic, magic. So there you have that. So if this is stuff that you guys already know, if it's boring, you just let me know. But I think the vast majority of people are probably relatively new to the game, so I don't know, maybe they're not. Maybe you're like, geez, Stinkpot, I've known this forever. So Vega I really don't worry about, because the only thing I really use, especially is Lich. Vega, I don't need her healing. I mean, I could use her healing ability on my scorpions and spiders, but the undead, she's not going to help at all. So that's why I did not choose any of the healing spells on this. I just chose Mana Barrier, and I just chose Saving Lives. So maybe that's a bad mistake. If you guys think that's a bad mistake, let me know. But that's what I did on that one. And then Virion, you acquire him by getting a special, or not a special rank, but you get him at Viscount, I believe. No, that's Gazul. Where is he? He's one. Oh, it must be Count. Nope, must be Marquis. There he is. So you unlock Virion when you get the Marquis. You unlock Gazul when you get the Viscount. Is that? And then Grimm's is at night. And then Vega is the very first one. So there's the rundown of that. And my last one I just got from the Void is Mako, and now I'm working on Gan. I need about 600 more adamantium in order to unlock Gan, and that's all in the Void, guys, if you aren't familiar with that. And that's another thing, do the Void every day. You're just wasting a lot of loot if you don't do that every day. Every 20 hours, actually, I think you can do it. So a lot of team player talk, but not a lot of live chat talk. So let's see here. What are you guys doing? What's your struggles? Anything going on? Anything you want to talk about? Let's have a team discussion here. Let's see if, let me get my live chatters going. How? Irul, are you still there? Been awful quiet. Nobody to troll, huh? I did notice that chat's not really doing anything. Maybe I just haven't been noticing it. I don't know. So guys, what we talked about tonight for the final recap is join a house, ask their house rules, defend somebody. Always, always, always defend somebody. That's probably the most important. And always have troops on your wall. We did not talk about that. So here's your city wall. You enter that. I'm one short, so I've almost got this one maxed. So you need to always have your wall filled. And then as you start to unlock the silver and gold troops, start replacing your bronze with these gold troops, because having gold troops on your wall is invaluable. You can ask Irul. It really saves you a lot of times, because the bad thing is, as Lich, if you have gold, like on my wall, if these skeletons go into battle. If they die, I don't get them back, no matter what. If they die, they're gone. That's how all the undead troops are. The only ones that wouldn't die on here would be my scorpions and skeletons. Everything else is gonna die if they really get killed in battle. So that's what kind of sucks for me. But the good news about that is skeletons are really cheap to make. Mummies are really cheap to make. And that's probably why the scorpions are expensive and the spiders are expensive. So at least they thought that out right when they were making the game and did not make that unbalanced there. So always defend someone and always have your walls filled. And then another thing, don't get greedy with the titles. Don't get greedy with governor. Blah, blah, blah. So I think that's going to do it for tonight's show, guys. So thank you for being a part of the Stinkpot Shack Show. Consider becoming a subscriber and join our stinking family. We'd love to have you. We're trying to get to 400 subscribers now, so if you can do me a solid and hit that subscribe button. Also hit that bell notification icon, so once you have that bell lit up, as soon as we go live, you're going to get an email saying Stinkpot Shack Show is now live. So that's always important as well. And Sunday, we're going to be doing some Fortnite action. I might have a special surprise prepared for you then. I'm waiting to see how the next few days go. But that's what we're talking about. Because last week we had an 8-kill streak. So we might have a special surprise in that area for this week. We'll just have to wait and see. But that's going to be Sunday at 7 p.m. Fortnite. So like I said, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you all, and have a good night.